Shakur, right, who just beat T.O. I don't know if you saw it, but him and Shannon Sharpe got into a little back and forth. Did you catch any of that?
No, I don't know. Who's Shannon Sharpe?
Oh, wow, you don't know Shannon Sharpe?
No.
Remember, he was the football player for the Broncos, and now he has that.
Well, guess what? I don't
guy.
watch football.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you this. I don't watch anything that you don't bleed in. So, I'm watching MMA. I know some guys. I'm not too familiar. I'm not 100%, a guru when it comes to MMA either. But boxing, if you tell me boxing, I know, the majority of the people that are fighting, the champions, but you did tell me somebody that I didn't know yet, but,
Yeah.
And now I do, so.
Well, so he has he's been a big media personality. He won a Super Bowl, a great player. And the crux of their argument was, Shakur's point is you don't know shit about boxing. You're a football player.
True.
Okay, right. But Shannon's point was, you're a great fighter, but you're not fun to watch for at least people like him who may not, love every part of the sweet science. And so what do you think of that? Like,
that's his opinion.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't know. Who do you think would have been catching more heads or like turning more heads when let's say Teofimo walks into a mall and Rolly walks into a mall? Who do you? No. I'm not talking about that. We're not talking about Teofimo. We're talking about who's the person you just said? Shakur. So let me rephrase that. So who do you think is gonna pull more people are gonna go up to him? Will you think Rolly if he walks into a mall, or Shakur?
I think their fame. I think if anything, Shakur is a little more. People might want to walk up to Rolly more because his personality. He might tell you something crazy.
Right.
People will go up to Shakur for an autograph, a picture. They might go up to Rolly to see what crazy, funny shit he might say.
Okay, but tell me who. But tell me, like, who do you think? Like.
It depends what kind of mall they're walking into.
Okay, let's say they're gonna walk into the Hood Mall.
If they're on the East Coast, definitely Shakur. If they're out here in Vegas, Rolly. If they're in Las Vegas, Rolly. Rolly's a Vegas guy. You know what I mean? So I don't think either one is that crossover fame yet. Where you got to know about boxing to know either one.
Correct.
But what I'm asking you is, what's your thoughts then on Shakur? Is it just as simple for you as he's a great fighter? Because I know a lot of fighters respect that another man that can get through fights without taking punishment. And that aspect, but then there's other people who they want more combinations. They want.
Well, I think he's a great talent. I think that, very smart fighter, very intelligent. Knows his distance like to the T, where he knows where they're not gonna, or you could be this close or this far. And he's not gonna get hit with nothing. So he knows his distance and he's very well rounded on that. So I can't take anything away from him. But he's a world champion. But how many people know that he's world champion?
I think most fighters aren't known like that in today's boxing. Maybe just Canelo, Crawford, maybe a little Benavidez. But I think the majority of the guys, they're known, they're stars in the boxing world, but have yet to cross over. You crossed over. You were Nas, shouted you out in rap songs. The kids on the West Coast had your hairdo with the flip. You know what I mean? But so it's no diss to. He's in the same pool as 99.9% of the other fighters,
of all the fighters.
Who are making money and are champions, but not quite crossover just yet.
Not yet. But I think, does he have an opportunity to become? A big name in boxing? Yeah, I think he does have he has the skills to do it, and I think that he got it.
Would you favor him? Because when I talk to like Sergio Mora, Sean Porter, Tim Bradley, these are guys they say I favor him over any of them. Ryan, Devin Haney, they'll never fight, but Keyshawn, they see him as he's the best fighter in these divisions. Do you see it that way too?
I agree.
Okay. Yeah.
I agree.
And why is that?
he's technical. He's very sound, technically sound. And he was a silver medalist, right, for the Olympics. Well, you know, an Olympian also. So, you know, he's very technical. He knows his range. He knows his distances. You know, he can box. He can punch. He got it all. You know what I mean? So, I definitely think that he does got it.
He did spar Emiliano when he was a teenager. One day ever? Not. I know you talk about one fight at a time, but I'm talking 5, 6, 7 years.
You know, it's whatever God wants it to be.
Right.
And whatever God wants it to be is going to be.
Right.
But my son is touched by God because, you know, I brought them to the Lord and brought all of them. But Emiliano, he's different. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't mess around. He's an old soul, that kid. And, you know, such a great kid, amazing kid. I only hit him one time in my life. And then, you know, but that kid is he saw me whooping while whooping Junior and Amado all the time. He's up, nope, I'm not going to do that. Nope, I'm not going to do that. He's just an amazing kid.
One name I did leave out when it comes to Shakur was Tank. Let's say Tank gets his shit together, man. He comes back and he's the Tank firing on all cylinders. Would he be able to beat Shakur Stevenson, you think? Or is Shakur too technical, would win a decision? Like, how would you see that fight going?
I think Shakur's just, like, too talented. You know, I think that's what I think, you know. So those are my thoughts on that.
You guys can't all be wrong. If all the guys who've done it and have been champion are saying this is the guy when it comes to 35 to 47, you know.
Then we're not saying no lies.
Right. It is what it is.
Yeah.